Welcome to Fastang 444. In this game I started in an area that the roads are configured in the shape of the bird's head is what I call it. This is southeast of Horizon Street Scene. That was an Audi RS6 back there that someone else got, so I wound up finding an aerial nomad right when I went the other direction. And I will show the gameplay in this video in a faster speed, so you'll be able to enjoy these 8 games that I played. There's some epic moments along the way, and you will see, I think I did a decent job in condensing this to make it entertaining. So sit back and enjoy. I also will show some critical moments in regular speed, of course, the final showdown in regular speed, along with my exit times and maps. I mean, this is Fastang 444 here, along with the arena numbers, because Fastang 444 is the home of the final arena numbering standard that everyone should be using by now. So here I am in the northeast in this Camaro, and I waited here until the arena shrank. So I was hoping to catch someone coming the wrong direction and engage in a head-to-head, but here's a vehicle that looked like they were trying to get behind me, and they might have been in a higher level vehicle, and I decided to just full send it, and look what I come across. This Hoonigan Group A just parked along the edge of the arena. So I trade paint with this vehicle that looks like they may be engaged in a head-to-head as well. So this is just seconds before the arena is going to shrink after I get into this. And here's a level 10 Hoonigan RS200 just parked here. So that's a tactic people will use, where they will park there, and as you are leveling up and engage in a head-to-head and eliminate you. So that's why I went over into the trees. Looks like that's what they're trying to do with that vehicle I traded paint with there. Alright, there definitely isn't enough time to engage and complete a head-to-head, so I will get in position right here for the final showdown, right near this sign.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 4. The range of time to leave is 26 to 29 seconds. This arena actually has the greatest amount of time from the point I decided to set up to leave from, and I will leave at 28 seconds. As I got closer to my exit, the arena wall, I could tell I was early, so I had to slow down through here. And look at how close I timed my exit. 3.4 seconds. Look at the timeout bar. There is only a sliver, 1 millisecond remaining on the timeout bar. That was far too close, but I'm still in the game. And of course the Hoonigan RS200 gets by me. They wind up opening their map, and I'm able to catch up to them. I'm trying to bump them into the rail here, and they wind up pulling away from me. I open up the map, and I'll pause this. The finish is in the pyramid strip. I'm very familiar with this finish. I will go to the outer edge of the clover leaf and then turn to the left. They turned too early. I knew at this point I was going to win this as long as I didn't do anything foolish. So there's a gap over on this side of the pyramid strip here. Get in here. Over for the win. Yeah.
Round 2, the Eliminati.
This is northeast of Horizon Street Scene. I tried starting at the Eagle's Head, and I moved from the Eagle's Head to up the hill. I did not find drops at either of those locations, and I am taking one of my favorite routes through Guanajuato. There aren't any drops here. This is actually pretty rare that I don't find anything. So I am over near the stadium, as you can see. Still not a single drop. So back over to the edge of Guanajuato, actually, and over to the Eagle's Head, and finally I find a Subaru WRX, and look at this. I am engaging in a head-to-head with a level 7 Mercedes AMG GT that I wind up beating and then will take. So I am in more of a level 9 speed vehicle here. So this worked out great. Another head-to-head with an Exocet. I get into a Lamborghini Murcielago. And not too long later, I wind up in a head-to-head with another Lamborghini Murcielago and take a better route than they do. They hit something back there, and I wind up beating them. And this is the final showdown that is in the southeast. So one more head-to-head, I can get into a level 10, which I do, just as the arena is about to shrink. Normally over on the left where you see that vehicle on the mini-map is the point that I like to leave from. The final showdown is in 20 seconds. This is where I would normally leave from. This is Arena 7. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. I will leave now. I am right within that range, close to this intersection, so this should work out just fine. Point appears, and it is southwest, so I will go through the left center of this traffic circle. This is a clear path through here, avoiding those trees. Roughly follow along the line of this road, angle over to the left a little here. I wind up just clipping that tree and fortunately rolled over onto my wheels. These vehicles behind are catching up now that I've done that. I can see I'm right near Atlantis to Tula, so I will go in the southeast entrance into Atlantis to Tula here. Zigzag through Atlantis to Tula, and there is a gap through the trees on the other side here. Right here, and this leads over to the road that the finish is on, so I can just take this road over to the finish for the win. Slow down in this turn so I don't overshoot this turn, at least, though. Do anything foolish right just before the finish. Another win, yes.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Eliminati.
In this game, I started in the greenhouse area, and when I didn't see a drop right at the beginning, I moved from the greenhouse area to the bird's head. There's a level 3 Hyundai Veloster, and there is a drop behind me over on the bridge, and along the way I open up the map and I can see the final arena is going to be in the southeast. So I go over and take this level 5 Ford Focus RS. And it's time to get into head-to-heads here. Start leveling up. Run across a level 1 Volkswagen Beetle. I beat them and get into a level 6 Exocet. And I head away from the progression of the game over towards the dog's head. And look at this. I find a level 7 Mercedes AMG GT level 9 speed vehicle. What a great car. And I wind up in another head-to-head with a level 5 Maserati Levante over towards the southeast. Because of where the head-to-head originated, it didn't go all the way over to where it might have gone. So I headed away from the progression of the game over towards Horizon Street scene, the dog's head. You can see the clover leaf there, and I am going to head over around the traffic circle and get on this road here. And when I do, I catch this Maserati Levante, and they were under the bridge there, and I engaged in a head-to-head. So I wind up getting into a level 9 Hoonigan Focus RS RX. And this actually will be a good vehicle for the final showdown. It doesn't really have high top speeds, but this is going to be pretty much all off-road, this final showdown. And the arena is shrinking. Thought I might be able to get into a head-to-head with this vehicle over here, one of them. They engage in a head-to-head with each other, so I will just get in position now for the final showdown on the edge of the woods, directed northwest in line of that dirt road ahead.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from on the edge of the woods near this clearing directed northwest in line of that dirt road ahead. This is Arena 6. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. I will leave it 20 seconds. I will go to the left of this X-shaped intersection. You can see all the buildings around that I avoid. Now I will angle over to the right. There's a dirt road that crosses the stream here. This is a flatter line through here. Now it looks like the finish is over roughly the direction of the stadium north of Horizon Street scene. And now I am going through the area. The roads are configured in the shape of a dog's head. You'd see it there. There are obstructions around the neck, the middle there, and then this trapezoid area has a lot of obstructions. So I will go through this intersection. You see all those obstructions I avoid on this line. The random trees to avoid over to the finish here. All right, yes.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
In this game, I am starting at the Bat's Head. This is southwest of Guanajuato. I've had some good luck finding drops around here, either at the beginning or during the game. And Here's a level 4 Subaru WRX. Off we go into a head-to-head with a level 1 Volkswagen Beetle. They didn't have a chance. They didn't see what was coming. So into a Ford Focus RS level 5. There's someone that just leveled up. I get into a head-to-head with them while they were parked. Go over here to the finish and get into a level 6 Exocet. Go away from the progression of the game. I find a level 6 Aerial Nomad. It has a slightly higher top speed. That's why I took that. I can see the final arena is going to be in the southeast. And I wind up taking this level 2 Audi RS6. It has a higher top speed than the level 6 Aerial Nomad I was in, but cancel that. I found a level 8 Nissan GTR, immediately get into a head-to-head with someone that just took that drop nearby, a level 3 Ford Focus. So I will get into a level 9. They actually did well keeping up. I get into a level 9 Andretti Beetle, and here's a vehicle right here I'm trying to get into a head-to-head with, and another one is nearby. They're in a level 8 MG Metro, so off we go. Jump off that peak there, down below, avoiding rocks and trees, over to the finish, into a level 10 Hoonigan RS200. You can see this is going to be Arena 6, the same final arena as the last game I was just in. So I went away from the progression of the game, stayed on the perimeter. On my way back into getting in position, I challenged that Brocky just to see if I could get them to run and get out of position. They started heading towards the finish, but they came right back and will be on my right side. This is Arena 6. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. I will leave it 18 seconds because the Hoonigan RS200 has a quick acceleration. We'll get on this road, and where it bends off to the right, it goes towards an X-shaped intersection that has a lot of obstructions. I'll avoid them on this line. Then I will angle over to the right and get around the dirt road that crosses the stream. This is a good path to take. The bridge that is off to the left there, it looks like the Brocky tried taking that and didn't get perfectly across it, got hung up underneath it. Alright, the next area I'm going through is the Dog's Head. Around the neck are some buildings. I will go left of the neck in those buildings and then start angling over towards the finish. Let's get our wheels back on the ground and gain some control here first. Yes!
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Win number 4 of the day! Yeah! In this game, I am starting at the player's house, Buenos Vistas. And the downside to starting all the way in the northwest is if it winds up being a final showdown in the east, you spend a lot of time driving there. But fortunately, I find a level 6 Audi RS7, and I have to get on this road and get inside of the next arena. The arena wall is chasing me here, so let's get on the drag strip that goes towards, or actually through Horizon, Mexico there. And I have a fast enough vehicle where I get just inside of the next arena as the arena shrinks. And look at this. What a good start. Second arena, and I found a level 8 Camaro. So I am going to chase down this car, a level 5 Ford Focus RS. This wound up being a close head-to-head up until this bridge. I'll play this at normal speed. Look how they full send it right underneath that bridge. I was laughing so hard during this game seeing that. And I guess they had to get kind of desperate because I wound up having the lead there. All right. So I wound up in a head-to-head with a Roly Pie and a level 4 Mitsubishi, and off into the trees we go. They hit a tree and they wind up quitting the game. I can't say I blame them. It was right before I crossed the finish line. So I am in this Brocky, and I am going away from the progression of the game, away from where everyone's at. I do not need to engage in a head-to-head, so I will just make my way over and get in position for the final showdown.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
Right at this bend in the road, just this side of the intersection, is the point I like to leap from. You can see it on the map here. This is Arena 7. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. I'll try leaving it 20 seconds. I know the Brocky isn't very good in the turns that will be ahead, so that should give me just the right amount of time, I'm thinking, to get to my exit here. I could tell that I was early, so I had to slow down through here almost to a stop. So I exit right at 3 seconds with 1/2 second remaining on the timeout bar. And when the finish point appears, it is west. So I will go through the left center of this traffic circle. This is a clear path through there. Roughly follow along this road. It looks like the finish is over in the field that is south of the river. So I want this angle over this way. Yes, it is. I should be farther over to the left. I think it's a clear path there. So I am just kind of bouncing my way through here, trying to find a path between the trees. I did find a gap here. Did hit a single tree. That's surprising for win number 5. Yes!
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
Every now and then I'll try starting at this traffic circle in the west. I didn't see anything, so I moved over to an old favorite, the greenhouse area, and I don't have to go very far before I find a drop. Over here on this bridge, a Subaru WRX, and someone is right here. I think they were going to that drop, and I bounced off a tree there to delay me being able to catch them. And I'm pretty tenacious. I'm going to catch them. So they are in a Nissan Tsuru. Shouldn't have a problem beating them. They actually did well keeping up for the most part. Just headed over to the bridge that went across the dam and got into this Ford Focus RS level 5. Bounce off the tree. Part of the game. You're going to hit some trees. And I wound up taking this Maserati Levante. It actually has a higher road speed over the Focus RS. So that was my reasoning behind that. think the final arena may be around Mule Lake. That's what I was kind of showing there, but look at this. I wind up finding a level 7 Jeep Trailcat, and then I find an Audi RS7. Even though it's a level lower, it is more of a level 9 speed vehicle, and I wind up in a head-to-head with the exact same vehicle, an Audi RS7. And this winds up being kind of a close finish, but I beat them and get into a Mercedes AMG GT and decide I am going to use this in the final showdown. If someone comes towards me, I will engage in a head-to-head, but if not, I'm content to use this in the final showdown. So I came over on the edge of Mule Lake Hills, and time going into the final arena just before the final showdown. Let's get in position over on this bend in the road directed east. Right here is where I like to leave from. It's common that people will get caught out of position in this area in late head-to-heads, and that's what I'm hoping for here.
Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. That's roughly the direction I will head. This is Arena 15. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I'll add a second to the maximum being in a level 7 AMGT and leave it 14 seconds. Exit in 3 seconds, and as I exit, I angle over to the left. There's an angled road over here that is a clear route. I avoid the buildings on the left and that bridge on the right. The other two drivers that are contenders in this game wound up going through Mule Lake. And it looks like the finish is over at the base of the mountain, so we'll go right of this electrical power tower and get in this short section of straight road here. There are some buildings on the left I avoid, and these solar panels will be off to the right, and go slightly over to the left. The lava field is ahead off to the right. If you go through this road configuration that's in the shape of a bird, if you go through around the neck, this is a clear path through here. I think I may have to go through some lava in the northern portion of the lava field. You can see it all off on the right there. Let's see how I do. So far so good. There is a vehicle that is in the lead over on my left, and it looks like they are heading right into some lava there, and that's what they did. I get right between it, and I will get over to the finish just in front of them. Look how close this was. It's a third vehicle that was just behind them, and I pause this. It flashes just for a millisecond.
Winner! Welcome to the Eliminati!
And number 6 of the day. Yes! This game I will start at the Bat's Head. This is southwest of Guanajuato, and I hear it drop right behind me here, so I turn around. Look at this, a great start, a level 6 Porsche 959. Let's get into a head-to-head. Someone's coming over here. They just got a drop, so I'm chasing them down. I wind up catching them after I run into a tree. They're in a level 2 Porsche 911. Off we go. And this is roughly heading over towards Mule Lake. So that tells me it will be a final arena, most likely around Mule Lake. Get into a level 7 Ferrari fairly early. Head away from the progression of the game. Wait for the arena to shrink, and here comes someone in a level 4 BMW. I get them going the wrong direction. Over towards the lava field. Run into some lava. Winds up being a close finish in between these buildings here. But I get the win, get into a level 8 Camaro. And head away from the progression of the game. Over back to the Bat's Head. where I started. The arena shrinks. There are some vehicles over on the mini-map. And I realize it is not going to be a final arena around New Lake that I thought. This is going to be Arena 19. That is the one that is just west of the stadium. So I came over near the church ruins trying to catch someone, and I do catch a grungy toaster in a level 5 Ford Focus RS. Over to the finish, and look at this. What a great car, the Hoonigan Group A. I could use this in the final showdown, which I am going to. So I just stayed away from everyone around the perimeter. Now I am getting in position for the final showdown. Right around this Y-shaped intersection is the point I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 19. The range of time to leave is 17 to 20 seconds. I will leave it 17 seconds. Way to the exit, I go by a level 10 Brocky and another level 9 Group A. Here's a Ferrari that timed their exit perfectly at 3 seconds. Someone actually left the arena early and was eliminated there. I timed my exit right at 2.5 seconds with 1 second remaining on the timeout bar. The finish appears. It's to the east, so let's go through the stadium. I like to go a little to the left and angle to the right. There are some buildings just in line of that exit that I avoid. You can split the buildings, but I find it easier just to go a little to the right there. Angle over to the left, and there is a intersection that's ahead. I'm trying to get right through the middle of this intersection and avoid all the obstructions. You can see them there. Now angle over to the finish, and this is around the top of the Dog's Head. Now I am going through the Eagle's Head. Around the top of the Eagle, there are some buildings I have to watch out for. I wind up just narrowly missing this one, or those. There were multiple ones there. Now slow down and angle over to the finish here so I don't spin out. Another great win today.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
Win number 7 of the day, yes. This was the last game of the day, and I started right back where I tend to start the day, in the greenhouse area. One of my favorite areas to start the game, and off I go on a car drop search. I find a level 2 Volkswagen Golf R, and not much later I find a level 5 Maserati Levante. So it's time to get into a head-to-head here. Glance at some other drops along the way. See a vehicle straight ahead. They wind up engaging in a head-to-head, but here's a car right here. I think they were either just on the road on the right there or under the bridge. Not sure. Either way, I get into a level 6 Porsche 959. On the run, trying to catch someone for another head-to-head, and I catch this level 2 Ford Escort. I should have an easy win, and based off of past experiences where this head-to-head leads, as I get into this Jeep Trailcat, I head over towards the suspension bridge. This is going to be Arena 9, the final showdown, my past experiences tell me. So I head over, roughly over towards New Lake, the farmer field. Here's the hacienda, back into Tunnel Road, I call this, and watch this. I caught them. They were trying to go up on the bridge at a point you cannot get up on the bridge there. There are boulders on either side of it there. So I get into a level 8 MG Metro, And I will go back to that road that leads through the tunnels over on the suspension bridge. It's the only head-to-head I trust myself with, and look at this. Here's another vehicle trying to get up where you cannot get up. So I engage in a head-to-head with them, and I will get into a level 9 Hoonigan Focus RS-RX just before the arena shrinks for the final showdown. And as I get over here to get in position near this T-shaped intersection, I see a car over on the right. I'm going to engage in a head-to-head with them just to see if I can get them to run out of position in their Mercedes AMG 1, and they take it. They're going. There isn't enough time. Head-to-heads are canceled.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
I actually like to park next to this shed is the point that I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 9. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I will leave at 12 seconds. Here comes the AMG 1 that will park next to me, and they're honking their horn incessantly. I think that's their way of saying they were irritated that I challenged them. But off we go. This Fiesta times their exit perfectly at 3 seconds. I'm a half second behind them at 2.5 seconds. When the finish point appears, it looks to be close to the stadium. So I will go over to this road, slow down in this turn so I don't overshoot the turn. Some people like a more direct route going through the trees there, but I eliminate possibly running into a tree. I'll go through the corner of this greenhouse, which is what I would do if it was Arena 10. So this H-shaped pattern of roads, I know to go close to the right edge of that H, and then there is a tree that is on the other side of the highway. When I see that tree, I know to angle to the right. There is a paved and dirt road that is elongated over on the left. There are a lot of obstructions around that area. I avoid on this line. Now I can angle over towards the finish. It's just east of the stadium. I see it now. It's right in my sights. I'm going to get the win. I think that's the Fiesta that's right behind me, and it is. Win number 8 of the day. Yes!
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe, please. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I really need your help, so just click that link on the bottom right. Thank you.